Yeah, I can see it. It's very small, but I'm trying, I'm new to all. Oh, well, now it's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome everybody. Another one of these brief team sessions we do after convocations on Wednesdays. Today, I wanted to just briefly talk about the RefWorks Citation Manager, which is what the university purchases access to for us that we're able to use for managing citations. I also briefly want to show Zotero, which is another option, which is not officially purchased by the university. It's actually free and open source software, but it's a pretty powerful tool. So I wanted to share that as well, just to show that you have options. So I like to show where you can find these things. And to start off with, if you go to the LUCOM library page and you scroll down, you'll see these drop downs for LUCOM library resources, Jerry Falwell library resources, and databases. And if you expand the Jerry Falwell library resources, you'll find a link directly to RefWorks. And if you click on that, it will take you to this page. And I've been using RefWorks since before they updated, so I just have my sign-in information here. If you've never used RefWorks before, you can actually click on this use login from my institution, and we use Open Athens credentials, so you can sign in from that. I could have signed in either way, but so if the first time you're using it, you can sign in with Open Athens. And this is kind of what it will look like. I already have some citations here because I've played with this quite a bit and used it. But RefWorks is a citation manager that has a web application, obviously here, that's available. It also has a plugin or extension available for Microsoft Word, so you can use it directly in Word when you're writing your manuscript. And what it will create is you'll actually look on the Microsoft Store, and you'll find the RefWorks Citation Manager and install it. And you'll end up with this little ribbon up here for RCM. It's a RefWorks Citation Manager. And you'll see there's a little button here which says RW, and I'll click on it. And I'm already signed in, but it may ask you to sign into your account. So everything that you see available in the web version of the RefWorks Citation Manager will be available in the extension here in your Word document. And from here, you can insert citations for things that you're writing. You can choose your style. Right now, I've got AMA 11th style. You can click on here and choose your citation style. You can see there's recent, but you can search for any kind. There's probably everything you would use, especially here at LUCOM, is going to be in here. So we're probably primarily going to use AMA or APA, right? But there are some instances. I know Dr. Menta was writing an article. I've shared this before, and she was looking for help with a citation style, and it was a particular Springer journal that used a citation style called Vancouver bracket, something I've never heard of. Apparently, it's specific to just that journal. So there's a very rare chance that if your journal that you're submitting your manuscript to uses their own citation style, it might not be in here, but most of them are. And chances are most of what we'll be using is either the AMA or the APA. And so, and just basically as you write your manuscript, you can cite here, use these to insert your citations. You can also toggle on this bibliography mode. And so whatever style you're using, if you have this toggled on, as you write your manuscript and insert your citations, Word will create your bibliography formatted correctly at the end of your document. So it's really, really cool. If you don't want to use Word to do that, if you're back in the RefWorks web application, you can select your citations that you want to use and then click on this little quotation mark here that says create bibliography in your preferred output style. And here you'll choose your style again, just like you did from Word. A quick note on how you get your citations into your RefWorks application. So for example, if you're using our PubMed link for research, and let's say I'm always looking up hypertension. I don't know why, it's just my go-to thing. And I find some citations here that I want to use with my project. I can select those boxes to choose those and send to, and you click on send to and you choose Citation Manager. And it creates an NBIB file. It's just the extension that they use is .nbib. So I've got a PubMed hypertension set .nbib file. And so if I go back to my RefWorks and I click on Add, Import References, and I can browse for that download file, PubMed hypertension nbib. And I import them, and I can include tags or ignore duplicates if I already have them, which is good for deduplication. Go to my last imported, and here they are. And so now that they're in my web RefWorks application, they're also available in my RefWorks citation manager here as well. I wanted to briefly show something. Another resource you might use is Clinical Key. Clinical Key indexes Medline content. So if you're using this for research, let's say I want to look through journals for hypertension in Clinical Key. It works very similarly. It's a little bit different. It creates a different type of file. What you want to use is called a .ris file. But let's say I find a couple citations here that I want to use. And where do I, okay. I want to save them. It's been a while since I've done this. To log in, okay. Oh, where is it? I may have to relearn how to do this. It's been a while since I've done this. But what you want to do is export your citation as an RIS file, and then it'll download to your computer, and you'll go back to.
Is it under tools?
I think it was.
No.
I can't. The way I remember doing it was being able to, just like I did in PubMed, and I grabbed here, and here, and here. I don't want to email it. I don't want to save it. I want to export it as a RIS file, but I can't find it now. I'll figure that out and I'll email you guys. But you export it as what's called a .ris file, and then you go back to here, go to Add, Import, and you'll find that download that RIS file and import it. And then it'll be available in the web app. It'll also be available in the Word document with your extension. Another way I wanted to show you is something called Zotero. Zotero is not, RefWorks is purchased by Liberty University, and so you have access to that through being an employee of Liberty. Zotero is a free and open source option. It's kind of cool because it doesn't just have web or also an extension, but it actually has an application for your computer. So I'm going to log in, and I'm already logged in as R. Morissette. And this looks very much like RefWorks, right? So I've got my citations here. Even the tools look the same. So I can click on this and upload a file. And I can go back to my downloads, grab my pubmed.nbib file, and it imports those. And you go to your Word document, you can look through the store for Zotero, and it's got it'll create a ribbon here that lets you use your Zotero citations, just like you can use your RefWorks citations. You choose your style. Again, the ones that we're going to use are here probably: American Medical, American Psychological Association. You can manage your styles and add different ones. And it pulls up the application that you can install. And actually, you can see down here, I could have opened it from my doc here, the Zotero. But I've got all my citations here that I can use. And it's kind of cool because it's got the abstract here, which I'm not sure if RefWorks, I'm not sure if that includes the abstract. It's just the citation information. So that's something that Zotero has that maybe RefWorks doesn't. But the fact that it has an application, is a standalone application for your desktop, is pretty cool. You can create different libraries here. The tools, again, look very much similar to RefWorks. So if I click here on the application. I can add a book or a book section, or I can upload a file of my downloaded citations from PubMed or Medline or wherever I've gone to. But yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to show you. You have access to these both. The RefWorks one is the one that's going to officially get support from from Liberty University because they purchase access to it. I like to just use Zotero because I just like it. And also just a quick note, something I learned kind of the hard way. I had a hard time this is a while ago, getting the RefWorks Citation Manager to work in Word. And just to kind of a note, in case this is your situation, I didn't realize I'd had Office 2016 installed on my computer. And for whatever reason, RefWorks Citation extension ribbon for Word will not work with Office 2016. And it was confusing to me because Office 365 to me looked the same as 2016, but apparently you have to actually have the Office 365 version of Word to be able to use the RefWorks Citation Manager extension in your Word document. So that's probably not your case. It's just something I ran into. It was actually how I originally got into Zotero because I was having such a hard time getting RefWorks to work in my Word document. And I cannot, for the life of me, remember how I did this, and it's going to drive me bonkers because it's been a while. But you can get citations. Nope. You can't export citations from Clinical Key. Clinical Key just indexes Medline. Or if you want to use Medline content directly, if you go to the medical library page, go to databases, you'll find Medline Ultimate here. And this is the same thing, it's just through EBSCO. And see if I add these to my folder. Here we go. So you add those citations to your folder, and then you go to your folder, you select those, and you will export them. And there's different options here. We used to use EndNote. We don't use that anymore, but you'll see here that you can direct export, and RIS is the format you want to use. And it's for Zotero. It doesn't list RefWorks, but this includes RefWorks. So I want to direct export in RIS format. And so now I have a download of a RIS file. I can go back into my RefWorks application, click Add, Import, select from my computer, and choose my RIS file. And now I have those citations as well. And it's the same thing in Zotero. I just click on the plus, upload file, delivery.ris, and it adds those citations to my library. So that's kind of quick. It's not super complicated. It takes a little bit of getting used to when you first start using these, but they're really powerful. They're really useful. We're really fortunate to have access to RefWorks, but I like to also show Zotero because I think it's a pretty powerful tool as well. So I appreciate your time, and this recording will be up.
I have a quick question, Rob.
Sure, Barb, go ahead.
Do you know, so I've been working on adding RefWorks bibliography, and one of the things I have, like, my first citation is a 1 through 7. If you know what I mean. So like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 currently in there, and I added each citation separately, so it has each number separate. And typically in documents I see 1-7. If I can't just change that, can I, and still keep the bibliography correct?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't automatically format it that way. It's putting in every number.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to play with it and figure it out. I'm not sure if you can change that after the fact. I wish I had an answer for you immediately, but I'll try to find out and get back to you.
Just wondered if, and I might end up figuring it out myself, but just wondered if you maybe had run into that. And I have several of those throughout my document where there's, like several numbers in consecutive numbers, and
right.
Typically, you see
I mean, I
them
do
with a
know
dash.
when you're using the manager in Word, if you've, I don't know if this answers your question, but if you've got this one toggled, however they appear in your manuscript is the order they're going to appear in that bibliography.
Right, right. But, okay, so when I go to the end of the sentence and insert citation,
Right,
I've been, choosing each citation separately,
right.
and it put it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay. I don't know. I'll have to play with it and figure it out. So instead of
once
just saying 1-7, you want it to list every citation number.
I don't want it to list every citation number, but it doesn't automatically say 1-7. And when you're creating it for the first time, you're putting in the citation,
Right.
it puts each number individually.
Okay.
But now that I have
don't
the
know.
bibliography created, it's not automatically saying 1-7. It has every number listed. So I didn't know if I could go back in and physically, manually change it to 1-7 and it not mess everything up, or if it would.
Right.
Or do we
I don't know if
publish
it would
with all the
affect
numbers?
I don't know if it would affect your bibliography if you manually changed it. And it might be a style thing. It might be that's the way this whatever style you're using, that's how it wants to display them.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, I'll try to play with it and try to figure it out.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for
Absolutely.
taking your time to show this.
Before you
Of
go,
course.
Barb, I just thought I'd say hello. I don't believe we met, and I'm
I don't
brand
think we
new.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Tony Byler. I'm the new chair of psychiatry. So
Okay. Yeah, it's nice,
I'm
nice to
sorry I
meet
didn't
you.
introduce you, Dr. Byler. I guess I assumed maybe you guys knew each other.
So
no,
where are
that's
you
okay.
here at Lucom, or are you down at on Wards Road?
No, I'm neither place actually. I am working mostly remote, although
Okay.
I come in when needed, but I live in Pennsylvania,
Where?
Harrisburg.
Okay. I'm from State College area.
Oh yeah, okay. That's about 2.5 hours from where I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, glad to meet you, Barb.
Yes, you as well.
And then
Welcome
Rob,
to Lucom.
I have a question I'd like to ask you if you don't mind, but it is
Sure.
incredibly basic. I'm totally sure that Barb will learn nothing from this. Okay. So,
That's probably not true, but I'm going to go ahead and go.
okay. Have a good one. You do go by Rob, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Well, I hope you don't mind answering this question.
I hope I can answer.
Because it's not exactly a library question, but when I'm brand new, right?
Right.
Well, I think this is only like the second Teams meeting I've been on this brand new laptop here of mine.
Okay.
And when I was coming on, it gave me a choice whether I wanted to use the Teams app or whether I wanted to continue on my current browser. And so I clicked the Teams app, and then it said, oh no, you can't use the Teams app. The current browser thing worked fine. But what I'm wondering is, does everybody have the Teams app but me? I mean, is it maybe not on my laptop?
It might not be installed. It might not be installed on your machine. If you go to the Office login, let me see here. And I hope I'm not overstepping my bounds. This is IT, but if you go to sign into Office 365, see, it's automatically signing me in. But if it presents you to sign in, you can sign in with your Liberty credentials, and you'll see something like this, and you'll see Liberty across the top. You'll see install apps over here, and you'll click on that and choose Microsoft 365, or you can install other options if you just want that one application. I think you can apps, so you can install Office. I'm not sure if you install Office 365, it'll automatically put everything you don't have on your machine.
Okay, and Teams would be included in that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot for that. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I know that wasn't exactly your job, but I
No,
ran
it's
into
okay.
it coming in on your meetings. So I thought maybe I'd just ask. All right. Well, thanks a lot. You have a good day.
Absolutely. You too, Dr. Byler.